Due to subject matter, this video is not suitable for all viewing. Must be over 18. You are now entering the podcast studio of Beyond the Shadows Dark Theories podcast, episode title Ronald Reagan Cut Up While Talking. This conspiracy theory is one of the most famous and bizarre in U.S. history. It suggests that Ronald Reagan, President of the United States in 1981, while doing a speech press release, his face gets slashed and bloody. Here's a breakdown of the theory. Welcome, I'm your host, Sandra Pink, here at Beyond the Shadows Dark Theories podcast studio, the podcast where shadows speak louder than words. Today we step into the world of one of the most famous and bizarre presidential story in history. It suggests that Ronald Reagan, President of the United States in 1981, while doing a speech press release, his face gets slashed and bloodied. My source of information is the SCP-1981 titled Ronald Reagan Cut Up While Talking is an anomalous Betamax tape classified in the SCP Foundation archives. Here's a summary of its key details. The SCP-1981 is a Betamax tape with a handwritten label reading Ronald Reagan cut up while talking. The handwriting does not match any known samples. The contents, when played on a Betamax player, SCP-1981 appears to contain a recording of a speech by former U.S. President Ronald Reagan. However, the tape exhibits disturbing and anomalous phenomenons. The speech deviation. Initially, the speech resembles Reagan's 1981 Evil Empire addresses, but it quickly diverses. Reagan starts discussing bizarre, violent, or non-cynical topics, including self-mutilation, global catastrophes, and abstract or disturbing imageries. The deviations are inconsistent between viewings. The physical alterations to Reagan. As the speech progresses, Reagan's physical appearance begins to degrade. Unexplained lacerations and injuries appear on his body, worsening with time. These injuries do not cause apparent pain or hinder his speech. The background changes. Figures resembling Secret Service agents occasionally appear in the background. They are unresponsive and do not intervene despite Reagan's increasing mutilations. The properties. SCP-1981 anomalous effects occurs on all compatible Betamax players. Attempts to replicate or copy the tape fail, with the duplicate either malfunctioning or displaying static. Viewers report feeling of unease and distress after prolonged exposures. The theories. The exact origins of SCP-1981 remains unknown. Some Foundation researchers theorize it may be a form of temporal or dimensional anomaly. Analysts of Reagan's altered speeches suggest cryptid reference to real-world historical events that occurred after 1981, raising questions about its connection to time or prophecy. The content. SCP-1981 is stored in a secure media vault. Playback is only permitted with authorization from at least 2 Level 3 personnel. Testing requires detailed logs of all deviations in the recording. My closing thoughts. Whether you see these theories as evidence of a hidden agenda or just creative internet storytelling, the Ronald Reagan cut up while talking conspiracy theory reminds us how quickly rumors can grow when trust in big institutions. As always, question everything, but watch out for 1981 Betamax tapes you find in yard sales, especially nowadays. You never know what you could find. One man's trash is one man's treasure. Thanks for tuning in to Beyond the Shadows Dark Theories. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.